hello. Oh, hello. Hello? Hello? What happened to me? I was moving a second ago. Hold on. Hello? Oh, okay. You're gonna hear, hold on. Oh my god. Everything's happening at once. Dude, I was just moving. That's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. Disembodied voice. Dude, this is so... I was just moving a second ago. Don't worry, guys. This happens sometimes in heaven. Our souls kind of get mixed up, so don't worry, okay? This is lore accurate. Everything that's happening is lore accurate. Okay. Hello. I don't know what happened, but hello. Hope everybody's doing well on this fine Morgan Monday. We are back with episode 2 of the devil. I had to compute that in my mind for a sec. And episode 2. So if I remember correctly, last time Morgan was hot and killed a bunch of people for like a certain mask that she can do more evil stuff in. And then also her daughter Sarah, who's an android robot, is working in a bar. And now we're at a rich mafia family's house because they called for her. And that was all that happened last time. JB, I hope you're well. Thank you to everybody who's here watching. And thank you to everybody who's watched the VOD. Thank you. Of the devil. Of who's the devil in the situation? Nobody knows. We have new terms? Hold on. Did I not? No. Was it? No. Okay, I think we got all of them. I forgot that we can customize our phone. Hold on. Oh my god, wait. I have to get the Emma. Yeah! Look at her. Oh my god, look at her. Oh, I have a lot of store credit. Wait. Hold on. I might have to lock in. Wait, what is this? Wait, Necomorg? What? Dude, that's from fucking Type Moon. Wait, I love it. Buy everything? Okay. I mean, I have enough store credit, so why not, you know? Time to buy everything. Sarah! Angie, oh my god, I love these. Oh, Diamani! Oh my god, I love her. Okay, but who do I want? I want Emma, though. I want Emma. What phone case should I choose, guys? I think I'm going with either... I like it. Charmless. Okay, I think I bought everything except the ones on High Roller. The Necomorg is so funny. I love that. I love it. Yeah, so that's basically what happened last time before I got distracted by the shop. Now we're here at... What were they called again? Oh, shoot. Profiles? No, I don't think they have it. Maybe in the articles? No. I forget. It was a... Whoa, look at her go! I think the devil is the inclination to do evil rather than any entity proper. Morgan embodies this inclination when she goes morging. Ah, yes, when she goes morging. When she morgues all over the place. Terms, that's what I was looking for. Nobility. Damn it! Okay, no, okay. But we'll remember their name in a second. But I think we should just get into it. Also, Diesel, I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here. Okay. Oh, yes, I remember where. There was a quiet and uneventful drive in the back of the limousine. The privacy, at least, was nice. But with Abbott and Costello riding in the front, I had no way of getting information out of them, not even passively. So instead, I spent the whole ride trying to play out all the different ways that this could go. I haven't liked any of them so far. I suppose I should have felt relief or gratitude when we pulled up outside of an imposing skyscraper instead of an alley. Are those koi fish? Those don't look like koi fish. Those kind of look like mini sharks. That'd be so lit if you had like a mini sharks in your pond. A mini shark. I suppose it's a good sign that no one's put a bag over my head or stuck a needle in my neck. But I don't feel like celebrating. For all I know, they really don't have a clue about what I did in the lower wards last night. But for some reason, they've placed their attention on me. And there's little I hate more than unwanted advances. I'm also not a fan of being made to wait. Why am I just sitting out here? In here? In? Are we in like a dome? There used to be a bog where the fish would swim in the air. Ooh! Oh man, I wish I saw that. We were too late. Only by a few minutes. He filled the time slot. Already? Then we got no chance of... Maybe if this other meeting went well. What? Are we on hold, gentlemen? In the world's most expensive waiting room? Quiet! I take it he's glaring at me behind those lenses, but I'm more interested in the sweat glistening on his forehead. Somehow, of the three of us, I'm the most relaxed. This is becoming embarrassing. Can I at least take in the view while we're here? You can take photos if you like, so long as you're quiet. Really? No, your phone won't work in here. Go figure. What the frick? Why would he lie? Why would he just lie to me like that? Go fish? Fishing? If I weren't hyper-aware of the flickering sky hanging over my head, this could make for a lovely watering hole. But those probably aren't even real fish down there. Literal children are capable of keeping goldfish alive, so of course the 0.1%ers can't manage it. Maybe they'd spin it. Pallid bodies float to the top because some idiot raised the water temperature 2 degrees. It'd certainly be easy to scoop out.
Yeah, it would.
They would. Those aren't real fish in... Oh, those aren't real fish in there.
Yeah, they look like hexagons.
They're... Oh my god, landing cameo.
I was already talking to you.
I know, but I had to say it. I had to announce you.
If there's another voice, do they really not know who it is?
No, it could be me, for all they know.
Yeah, okay, dude. Do my voice right now.
Hey, it's me, Wenny VA.
Yeah.
What's up, princess? How are you? What's... Ow! Don't hit me with your sock.
You're clean.
Hello, princess. I'm Wenny VA. I'm the devil from the Bible.
Yeah, okay, dude.
Okay, bye. Oh. Lenny cameo. If you're an impatient, undignified idiot, you could argue that it's an efficient way to fish. Okay, how is my Lanny voice out of 10? I need to know if Lanny cameo in Devil Game? True. He is the widowy of the devil. Read. Is it trying too hard to look unconcerned if I sit down and start reading the news? Maybe. But my boredom outweighs my apprehension at the moment. Not my fault they failed to be sufficiently intimidating. Okay. Oh boy. PSS Proposition City ahead of next month's convention. Next month, the city will play host to one of the most competitive political conventions in recent memory, with Senator Mathings expected to face significant opposition from party outliers before securing his nomination. But while the border nation eagerly anticipates the oncoming political circus, city officials are already under fire for a supposed lack of sufficient convention security. The city has already approved a record-high monthly budget for the police department, including fully unrestricted overtime for officers of all ranks. But a coalition of private security services, including White Adder, Fang and Demico has released a press statement urging City Council to consider contracting their services ahead of the convention. Oh. Heartbreak was bad enough. Now we're hearing that cops are dying in the lower wards. Dude, what kind of fucking boogeyman do they think a heartbreak is? My god. When are city officials going to say enough is enough? Said Demico head of press relations Arthur Gall. We have the utmost respect for all first responders. None of us are blaming the hardworking police for these failures. How could they succeed when political insiders insist that they try to apprehend criminals with one hand tied behind their back? Our contracted forces have world-class training in crowd pacification, preemptive de-escalation, and enhanced interrogation tactics. And any of the subhuman scum who empathize with anarchists won't dare to leave their mother's basement so we can get our boots up. Whoa! That's a guarantee. Good God, Arthur. City Council declined to comment. When we reached out to them to ask whether they would be issuing a request for proposals on such services. The total city population is expected to swell next month as the national political spotlight draws lobbyists, delegates, political action committees, and voters in ahead of the 2-week-long process. Most of the community members we spoke to expressed optimism about the increase in economic activity and tourism the convention is expected to bring, but some who refused to give us their permission to publish their identifying info rudely and loudly voiced their criticism. Oh boy. 2 weeks for a convention when the nominee was decided 2 years ago? It's a joke. And we're the punchline. Footing the bill to pay cops to stand around outside parties full of thousands of do-nothing staffers and campaign managers. This article is presented to you advertiser-free thanks to the contributions of our generous donors, including Daniel Mass of the Daniel Mass Foundation, Rebecca E. Jones of the Rebecca E. Jones Foundation, Jessica Edron of the McGill Foundation for the Arts and Sciences, the Rockford Fund for Public Broadcasting, and readers like you. Thank you. Damn. No, 2 weeks for a convention when the nominee was decided 2 years ago, and they're just paying? Ugh. Yeah, that sounds... I wouldn't be happy. Convention next month. Rockford? I suppose it's less offensive than a bare advertisement or paywall. Why list your donors mid-article? All it does is make my eyes glaze over. Whatever, I got the important part. The city's hosting that convention next month, putting pressure on the council to vote on hiring mercenaries. It's a contested convention. Mathings is the incumbent and frontrunner, but if he doesn't get a show of support from the locals, it'll have as much impact as a fly on a windshield. City councils is much more concerned with those private security mercs. Salesmen trying to convince them that the city needs even more armed men tying on their phones to be truly safe. Everyone knows Mathings will be the candidate. That was decided years ago. The contested convention will just be him finding a balance between how much public opposition he's willing to stomach against how many favors he feels like giving out. This country's already a circus without any bread. You think the least they could do is make the performances entertaining? What was that in the article about cops dying in the lower wards anyway? Pretty heavy-handed to just make up that kind of thing, even when pearl clutching and pitching yourself at the same time. Ew, my bad. I got that wrong. Anything else? Oh, whoa. Admire? Yeah, that's pretty pretty. The illusion isn't unimpressive, I guess. Windows into the heavens sparkling like raindrops across a puddle. It might even be appalling. Oh, sorry, appealing. Ooh. Might even be appealing if it wasn't trying to be something it's not. You look up and see hexagons above you in the lower wards, too. Rich or poor, people can't just imagine themselves under an open sky anymore. Not even in their wildest dreams. Damn, that's sad. Well, I've looked around at everything that caught my eye, and now I'm all out of ideas. Everything except... maybe they don't know we're here. I'm gonna try knocking. What are you? Hey! Before I get the chance, creaking oak draws my attention to an alternate entrance on the other side of the water. Oh boy! Hello? Oh! Gilf. Yeah. We got one Gilf. We needed another. Oh. Oh. Stop staring and get a move on. If that's the kind of man walking out of this place, who's waiting for me inside? I hope it's another gilf. 4:09 p.m., August 14th, 2086. Ikadia! That's it, tower. Residential floors. Grand hall. Ooh. Pomp and circumstance. Ceremony and ritual. For some reason, I thought that the Mafia, of all people, would be a little more efficient in their execution. A little more honest about what they are. Evidently not. Artifice with every glance. Costumes and makeup abound. Is this disappointment? That even here in the supposed bowels of the underworld, there's no escaping the etiquette of it all? She's the one. Doesn't look like much. Hmm? Peons? Ugh! Suddenly their posture stiffens even further. A true feat. Their necks suddenly turn to a pair of doors in the back, each of them attuned to some signal I'm not receiving. Be still. Oh, the young master returns. Oh. Oh, hell yeah. Whoa! Epic. You're late. Hold on. Wait. Young master, sir, Everyone slow down. We came as soon as we found her, sir. Traffic was... This is just some sassy... Not the sassy lost child. This is just some sassy lost child. So this is a boy. I'm gonna do my little boy voice. Okay. Silence. Yes, sir. What time were you told to return by? 4 o'clock, sir. And what time is it now? Permission to check my phone? You're late. You were tasked with finding one woman and bringing her here in a timely manner. Sir, you'll speak when I tell you to, and not one word further, or else I'll have your teeth removed by way of curbside. Ghoul? Is this a prank? Am I being recorded? He who wishes to fight must first count the cost. So says Sun Tzu. Is he reading The Art of War? Please let this be a prank. And I don't think you can fathom the cost of your The cost your tardiness has incurred. If the lead up to my execution is some kid reading from Art of War, I might just... What is the #1 rule in this family? Timeliness, sir! When money gets wasted, it can be replaced. But time only goes one way. It's always running out. The loss is permanent. Every second wasted is a scar on this house's face. Timeliness is next to godliness. So say I. Oh, God. So if you two ever waste my time, the house's time, again, expect to be dragged through hell. I'm already there. Now both of you get out. Yes, sir, thank you, sir. Useless. You, red woman, you're being addressed. Forget pride. I just want this over with as fast as possible. You're the lawyer, correct? He does have that drip on. I just gotta say, he does have that shit on. You may answer. As fast as possible. I am a lawyer. Morgan, criminal defense, Mr. How should I address you? As all outsiders do, by my name. Makoto of House Ikaria. Oh boy, okay, Makoto. February 27th, 146. Such impudence. Wait, should I? Maybe I should give him a little fuck ass accent. Fuck ass Draco accent. Pocha. Occupation: heir apparent, unemployed student. Biographies: Shogi, Amber. Okay. Tardiness, Tarnish, group assignments. Figures: Saladin, Sun Tzu, Hannibal. Oh God, he's so edgy. Via Victis. Woe to be conquered. Relaxes by building, painting. My god, he's so edgy. I think I might give him a fuck accent. I think that would be funny. Makoto, because he said he's heir apparent. You think he likes playing Hearts of Iron? I don't know what Hearts of Iron is, but if it's edgy, I think yes. Makoto of House Ikaria. You, Morgan, criminal defense, have the great honor of being summoned before me. Don't bother bowing. Once you start, you'll end up prostrated all day, and we have important work to do. Right. Out of an abundance of respect for your time, Makoto, I shall let you know that I still have no idea what I'm doing here. Oh. I'll have them kneel on a bit of nails later for some such thing. Miss Dufens. Mrs. Really? The house has needed your legal services. Oh shit! I have. Wait, different Hannibal? Oh shit! Wait, is it the? Oh, wait. If I remember correctly. No, who's actual Hannibal? Yes. Okay, yes. He was a Roman. Yeah. Okay, I remember now. Yeah, Hannibal. He was a general. Commanded the forces of Carthage. Yeah, yes, the Roman Republic. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Either way. Bro likes war. Look at this nerd. He likes war. Look at this nerd. Okay. Oh. Would you give me a moment to clear my throat? I need to switch gears. Un instant. Right then, so you want to hire me? One of our own is being slandered by multiple homicide charges. You will defend him. You want to hire me, and I'm flattered, Makoto, but did you pull my name out of a hat? Pick a random page in your phone book? I have many books on my phone. Libraries full of esoteric knowledge spread across countless tomes. You will have to be more specific. Sorry, I misspoke. What I mean is, this is House Ikaria. You must keep a small army of lawyers on retainer. Surely any one of them would be happy to help you. True, we have lawyers. Competent ones, expensive ones, and some who are both. But the best of them are preoccupied. That's it. They're all just preoccupied. Preoccupied means busy. Oh my god. Thanks. But I'm still not sure how my name specifically was. Do you have a customer survey you want filled out, Mr. Fens? You will recommend it. Oh! Greg Nork, thank you so much for following. Hello. What does it matter how it came about? Normally, it wouldn't matter. But when the client I'm recommended to is one of the richest, most well-connected families in the country, it gives me pause. I don't have any friends in high places. Not anymore. Ow! That makes it hard to see this as a favor. Not when my employer doesn't even know my goddamn name. Of course. My apologies. No doubt you have other questions? Very well. I'll permit you to ask them. Such a gentleman. Slap that verb. Okay, I guess let's start from top to bottom. If I wasn't brought here because of what happened last night, then this is just another job. Meaning all of this, starting back at the bar, this has all just been their idea of a power move. Thank you for insisting that I get to visit your estate in person. It's beautiful here. An oasis of... an oasis of old world sensibility amidst the desert of steel and neon eyesores. Is what the house elders say. I've never seen anything like it. It mattered... Guys, I don't think I can read today. I think I have to end stream, like, right now. Sorry, everybody. It matches your family's reputation for class. Ha! My family's reputation is power, not class. I take it a step further and guess you're renowned for violence rather than power. But that's a moot point. Violence can be classy.
Yeah, I bet you know all about it.
And from how this house is talked about in the headlines I read on the drive over. Oh, I read, sorry. The nature of your family's reputation seems to vary greatly, depending on who you ask. Some think you've got half the gangs in the city under your control. Others think you've left all that behind and are no worse than any other corporate family. Are you expecting me to ask you what you think? What I think is that I'll need some basic information if I'm to adequately defend your interests. With financiers. You don't say. Lending, investing, taking over, buying out, the Acadia Financial Group was founded nearly 2 centuries ago. Loaning funds is a high risk and high reward. But as you can see, our results speak for themselves.
Oh boy.
Where did it go? There it is.
Wow.
One of the nation's most exclusive asset managers as of 2086. Wow. Thank you for the rest of the thing being an ad. Okay. Surprise Oda, yeah, right? Isn't one of his favorite figures, right?
Hello.
Welcome. Welcome, Grak. Would you like me to call you Grak? Acadia Financial Group? Fancy way of saying they got their start as mobster loan sharks. It's not impossible to get this rich with loan sharking alone. But such unsavory work wouldn't get them into the ballrooms and boardroom tiers of society. You gotta rip people off with mortgages to do that. Is lending the house's only income stream? No. Through Aurea, a holding company, the house controls any number of what a civilian like you might call legitimate enterprises. And yes, we did found the Renegan Pharmaceutical Corporation. But what's past is prologue. Renegan? They're a drug company, one of the biggest. You're saying you've no relation to Renegan presently? The company went public years ago and Aurea? I'm just guessing. Divested our shares not long after. We were given one seat on the board as a formality. That's the extent of it. Given? A family like this only takes. Why is he suddenly so humble? He doesn't know the meaning of the word. If he's downplaying their pull with Renegan.
Whoa.
A company that puts your health before any other concern. Our groundbreaking research into combating modern medical challenges has helped millions live happy, healthy lives. Try to keep fighting that fight as we pursue our corporate goals. Put our medicine in the cabinet of every home. Improve patients' lives and their communities. Minimize our environmental footprint. Operate with dignity and pride in our ethics. Deliver consistent, steady growth to our investors. Researchers developed metformin, the first orally ingested treatment for type 2 abnormal diabetes. Whoa. Freeing millions of adolescents suffering from its effects from being subjected to painful injections. Whoa! Since then, we've gone on to improve our formulation, and that constant dedication to perfecting our medicines has made us a national leader in pharmaceutical biosimilars. Okay. Well, I mean, hey! That's not bad. That's actually pretty lit. But I bet those ingestibles are probably expensive as shit. Then the house must have a reason to want to distance themselves from the company. You're being very modest, Makoto. And more than a little vague. It's only polite. It's unnecessary talking to your lawyer.
Howdy freaky geef.
Oh yeah, give me that gif. Where is it? It's Morgan Monday! Did you guys know it's Morgan Monday? I hope you know. She is going on my head like she usually does. Because she is always on my mind. You aren't my lawyer, Miss Defense, but you will be working for me. So you'll have to become accustomed to putting your needs second. He's deflecting, and if he's trying to be subtle about it, he's not doing it well. I doubt it's possible a company with as big a boot heel as Megan has no relation to anything that happens in the city, but I'll drop it for now. I'm in no rush to wade into boardroom politics again anytime soon. For real. I'd like to know a bit more about you, actually. How long have you... I am the only son of Raffaele Icaria, and the only grandson of Daisuke Icaria, CEO of the Icaria Financial Group, patriarch of this family, and chairman of the house. I gather that those titles are all one and the same. As one destined to succeed the headship, commanding the family servants is my responsibility and my birthright. So if one of them needs a lawyer, it falls to you. When our loyal men, women, or their families need help, it is my solemn duty to ensure that they are taken care of. And your age? It's a boorish question. I knew that peasants raised outside our stratus had little understanding of the finer things. But I assumed one of a law degree would be educated enough to know what is and isn't appropriate to discuss. Just because I am younger than some does not mean I am any less capable of managing the people who work for me. Does it, men? Sir, no, sir! You definitely command their respect. That is no coincidence. One of the most frequently noted characteristics of great men who have remained great is loyalty to their subordinates. So says George S. Patton. That's... I hate her. That's so interesting. This is an important point. Perhaps another quote is called for. I don't think that's necessary. I'll grant you another. If soldiers are punished before they have grown attached to you, they will not prove submissive. And unless submissive, they then would be practically useless. So says Sun Tzu. Back to back. Yes, a second quotation was called for in this instance. If only to emphasize to you that no one stays useless to House Icaria for very long. One way or another.
Oh boy.
I'll admit I was a little taken aback to step off an elevator and into your enclosure out there. The gardens? Yes, our groundskeepers work hard on them. Does the illusion of the sky come from a live recording of somewhere else? Or is it generated programmatically? Okay, that takes quite the equation. It is impressive, yes. As for how it works, I don't have the technical... Nope, I'm not even gonna try that. I'm looking it up right now. God damn, this game making me feel so dumb. Making me feel so dumb every single chapter using words I don't know.
Minutiae.
Minutiae! The small, precise, or trivial details or something, okay. I don't have the technical minutiae in front of me at the moment. That's okay. Of course it is! Aligned! The lion does not concern himself with the exterior decorations of the sheep. The lion does not I so hope they wrote that before the meme came out. I so hope they wrote that before the meme came out, because that is so funny. The lion does not concern himself. It's your exterior and your decorations. What does it matter, anyway? If you want the specifics so badly, I'll have one of the servants put you in contact with the contracting firm. That's all right. Something tells me the consultation alone would break my bank account. I do appreciate the warm welcome, Makoto of House Icaria, really. But legal consultations are usually more private than this. Are we certain we need the peanut gallery? let it not be said that House Ikaria is not accommodating of its guests. We're more than capable of compensating for this. Not allergy you allude to. That's so sweet of you. But do all these guards really need to be present for this conversation? If you're referring to the additional security, it can't be helped. Circumstances being what they are. Circumstances. And if you're referring to my retainers in general, then I suggest you step back to the garden and take a deep breath. Clearly, the city's fumes don't agree with your constitution. You must be lightheaded if you think that you're worthy to hold a one-on-one audience with the next head of this illustrious house. He's a prodigy to be this insufferable at such a young age. Thank you for indulging my curiosity so graciously, Makoto. Conquer the stingy through generosity. So says Buddha. Correct. Perhaps your education is not quite as deficient as I feared. But I should make clear that in this case I was using the quote to subtly imply that you are stingy with your own graciousness. Thank you! Got it, yep. Shall we move on? I believe you mentioned a homicide. Multiple homicides. Tell me more. My head of security was arrested by the police last night in the lower wards. They found him brutally beaten, drugged, and tortured. And instead of bringing him straight to a hospital, they arrested him for murder. He's been framed and you must prove his innocence. Yeah, for real. Who? Oh no. Man, that guy was Chekhov's guy. Oh, came to bite us in the butt. Well, Morgan, un instant. Whew. Is there something wrong with your voice? Is this that peanut allergy you mentioned? No, I just lost my train of thought for a second there. I'm not used to my luck changing this fast. One of the richest families in the city wants to pay me to prove a man's innocent of a crime I framed him for? Right then. Might I ask why he was found in the lower wards? I get the impression that Ikaria territory is generally positioned more vertically. This whole city is our territory. But it's true that our presence is felt more strongly in some areas than others. They captured him early yesterday. He was ambushed by cowards and dragged down to that stain of a neighborhood to be tortured senselessly. Well, he was tortured. I can attest to that much. But I don't believe in senseless violence. There's always a purpose, and it's usually staring you in the face. People just don't like making eye contact. Well, Morgan, I'm okay. I was gonna say, what the fuck are you doing? But, I mean, she just does it because she wants to. Like, that's the meaning of it. She just kills people because she likes it. She just wants to do it, you know? She's being herself and having fun. That's the reason. She's just working out. That's the reason. Yes, she has, have a sense of whimsy. For real. Do you have any idea why he was taken or by whom? It was the Blue Bloods. They made no effort to hide it. In a worthy opponent, I might call that commendable, but knowing them, they're just too stupid to value deniability. I'm sure. And I'm sure there's no love lost between your groups, but kidnapping and torturing is beyond the pale, I agree. And the police are even worse. I expected no help from those incompetent fools, but these charges they're making, they're utterly ridiculous. Of course they are. But don't worry, I'm confident to think they want to pin 5 murders on him. Oh my god. 5? Did you say 5? Yes, 5! 5! It's absurd! I can only take credit for 4 bodies. Acting so high and mighty, so affronted, so eager to blame us for the death of one of their officers. A dead cop? This is what those mechs were advertising themselves with. Oh, wait, no, that was her, oh shit. Sorry, I thought it was him. What do you mean one of their officers? Was there a UC or... No. They made the ridiculous claim that he killed some uniform while resisting arrest. As if a member of our house would fear prison. I should have never dared to think I got lucky here. The circumstances sound very complex, Makoto. And the police take the death of one of their own very seriously. What makes you so certain of this man's innocence? Because this man's name is Sosuke Ikaria. The Hound! I've known him all my life. All 3 or 4 years of it! He's the youngest guy ever! He's the youngest guy! There is no individual more honorable, more devoted, more trustworthy. And not once have I ever known him to be violent, impulsive. He didn't do this. I know he didn't do this. But proving that is your job. About that... I haven't actually accepted the job yet, Makoto. But you will. If for no other reason than because we shall pay you more than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more. Not everything's a question of money. Yes, your meaning is taken. It needn't be silver and gold. You'll have no complaints with your compensation. The favor of House Ikaria can go a long way in this city. As can all wrath. I don't appreciate being threatened. I don't find it funny, even coming from a kid. However, if the state thinks whoever killed those 4 blue bloods also killed a cop, I can't afford to sit this out. They'll go over every centimeter of that building. One wrong move, one hair out of place. If I lose here, I lose. Period. But if I win, throwing an Ikaria-sized wallet in the pot for a forehand is all upside. I understand... Oh! Sorry! I understand, Makoto of House Ikaria. I'll take Sosuke's case. You say that as if it were ever in doubt. A true prodigy. But he might be right. Maybe it never was. I chose to put that gun into the Sosuke's hands, when I could have just plunged that knife into his temple. Maybe the line drawn from that moment to the razor edge I'm walking right now is perfectly straight. A line drawn from one point to another is always perfectly straight. A better metaphor would be a bullet's trajectory. For all the talk of wind resistance and breathing patterns and the Coriolis effect and chaos theory, you can't exactly act surprised when your shot lands right where the crosshairs were pointing. So about being perfectly straight, we're not talking about you, Morgan, are we? Anyway, Morgan's my last name, by the way, before you start writing any checks. Oh, I forgot that's her last name. You should have enunciated. 441. In transit. Hey there, boss. Of course I'm fine. What did you think was going to happen? Yeah, all good news. I've got quite the paycheck coming my way. Maybe bad news for you if you get a large crowd tonight. Yeah, tell Sarah to meet me at the police station address I'm about to send. I've got work for her to do. There will be quite the paycheck indeed waiting for me. Assuming I can win. But can I afford to accept it? Oh boy! Oh, hey, Gilf! Hey. Were any of those jokes around the office about your clients being connected to organized crime true? I forgot what... I forgot what voice I gave her. What? Is this some kind of honeypot? Trying to get a grasp on something. Now I know you're baiting me. World's easiest, that's what she said, layup. I'll still basket that shit, though I don't give a boop. Why do you make everything so hard? Come on. Like, come on, Freckles. Low-hanging fruit. I have no idea what you're talking about. Obviously. Why are you asking me about mafia shit, though? I'm working a case for the Icania, whom I assume you've heard of. Definitely. Under circumstances that are probably vulgar. Absolutely. Which you'd be happy to brag about to me. Anytime. But I'm not well positioned to turn down the job outright. So I'd like to know whether they'll be resistant about parting ways afterwards. Why? Do you not like getting paid lots of money? I don't like being chained. Fair enough. So you're like, just asking for my advice? Wait, I forgot she's Gen Z! Oh my god, I forgot she's Gen Z. Or is she Gen Alpha? I forget. Either way, the aura loss is incredible. Not going to attempt to parse that. I doubt you ever could. My generation's sense of humor is practically impregnable. It was a very basic non sequitur, Auntie. It just wasn't funny. Not even. A non sequitur would be, what's the charge? That's just getting back on topic. The charge is homicide. 5 counts. Meh. You're probably fine. All the stuff you hear about mobsters being clingy with their lawyers, it's because they don't want anyone who's been through their underwear drawers running around, telling tales. Whatever poor fucker they pin multiple homicides on, it's obviously not anyone important. I don't think he was framed. Not by his own people. Nah, Pin isn't stuck with. Like a chore. Powerful people. Mom or no. If they get lawyers, it's for tax evasion and conspiracy charges. Dirty work's left to the pawns. And the whole point of a pawn is, you don't have to think twice about trading them off. Alright. Guess I know the rumors are true then. Yep, you uncovered my cool fucking secret. Listen, actors, singers, celebs, they all like expensive things and being the center of attention. Mobsters have money to burn and want the cologne of legitimacy. Everyone wants what they can't have. Okay, chill, F. Scott Fitzgerald. You green light looking ass. What, you want that green light? You want that green light on the pier? I'm crying. Great looking Gatsby ass. I still buy pretty motherfucker. Oh no. Oh no, I think we would be besties. What? All I'm saying is there's mutually beneficial arrangements to be made between the rich and famous. And the rich and infamous. Ooh. So you bet your ass I was in those rooms negotiating appearance fees and taking my 30%. 30%? You really are shameless. That's what she said. All right. Thanks as always for the sage counsel. Hey, if you're really feeling grateful, do me a solid and call your rents. They say they never hear from you. And I know you can't be that busy. If you're bored enough to talk to me. They're the ones who are busy. Damn! Damn! Alright, dude, I forgot how fucking funny she is. I love her. Whoa. Whoa. I'm convinced that Morgan might be Ace. She could be. She's kill sexual. Murder sexual? I don't know. Blood sexual? I don't know. Morgue sexual? There you go. That's better. Obviously, I wasn't sure what would happen after I left that crime scene. And I wasn't sure what I'd find walking in here to speak to my client. But I definitely wouldn't have bet that the next time I saw this man alive, he'd actually look worse. Damn! So scary. Hello. Did you not hear me? I said I'm your lawyer. Oh, I heard you. I'm just not interested in wasting my breath responding. I'm sorry, is there a misunderstanding here? Not at all. I understand exactly what you are. You and all your Your companion is staring at me very intently. Sarah, blink. You're embarrassing me in front of the Yakuza. That's a very dated word. You'd really prefer I call you an orca? I'd prefer you give up and leave. What are you talking? I'm sure they told you I'd been softened up. That they'd broken me and I'd be ready to sign whatever you put in front of me. Sorry to disappoint you. But the Hound of Ikaria doesn't heal. Sosuke, I'm gonna repeat myself plainly. And slowly, because you clearly have multiple head injuries. I am not a lawyer. I am your lawyer. Ah. Right, then. Very good. Thank you for coming. I apologize if I misspoke just now. Damn, Miss Booby! Sorry. I'd misspeak too if I'd lost as much blood as you. Morgan, Esquire. I'll be representing you from here on out. Sosuke of House Ikaria.
Sarah, paralegal and bartender.
You're very young to have 2 jobs. Or 10 bar.
Well, it is only part-time.
Right.
So tell us, Sosuke of House Ikaria, what is your routine? You look very fit.
Let's go. Let's fucking go, Sarah. My... what? Are you asking about... Do you not have me on file? Sorry, which firm are you from? DDD? MPM? I'm in private practice. You mean you're not... a mob lawyer? No, but please don't hold it against me. Everyone has to start the path of corruption somewhere. There are serious risks involved in representing a man with my background against charges like these. It's very sweet of you to... They say I killed a cop, miss. I realize I may look a sorry state at the moment, but I'm not fallen so low that I'd sully the house's name by dragging a civilian to... Makoto thought differently. The young master! You've seen him? How is he? Where is he? Is he unharmed? Sorry, not unarmed. He was sitting pretty atop a literal throne surrounded by armed guards last time I checked. Thank you for that. No one's told me anything, and if the young master has spoken on this matter, I won't go against his judgment. But I do hope you understand what you're getting into. I'm already in it, Sosuke. How well I understand what I'm in is something I think you'll be able to help with. Very well. What do you want to know?
A lot of things.
So far, all I know about you is your first and last name. It's a very important last name, but I take your meaning. And in truth, the first thing you should know is that I'm not worthy of it. Why? You disqualified due to pre-existing conditions? I was born Sosuke Hayakawa, 4th son of a distant branch family. The only reason I bear the name of Ikania is because I was adopted into the main house as an infant. In exchange for lifelong service to the main family. Oh boy, no wonder you're called Hound. Sounds like a great deal.
Lifelong? How did you serve the Ikaria as an infant?
There are various tax benefits if you have exactly 2 children. Don't be absurd. I am what you would call a bodyguard. From the time I was able to walk, I was trained to be of service to the house by protecting the air with my life. From the time you were able to walk, there are a lot of demand for toddler bodyguards. bodyguards? All that's ever been asked of me is that I stand in the right place at the right time.
You mean like in family photographs?
Like in front of a blade. Even a child can manage that.
Damn!
The house has given me everything I've ever had and taught me everything I've ever known. What meager service I can offer in return means nothing compared to the debt I owe them.
You view your relationship with your family as a transaction?
It is not something so cold, girl. It's a matter of loyalty. Right. So if you were standing before a judge and they asked your name and occupation, you would say, "My name is Sosuke Ikariya, and I'm an eternal servant for a living." I would say, "My name is Sosuke Ikariya, and I work as a head of personal security for the Ikariya Financial Group."
Oh boy, Sosuke! Sosuke! Likes whetstones, paperbacks, and matcha. Oh, fire. Dislikes the opera. He likes an Americano? Okay. Non-work related messages will be blocked. Alexandre Dumas. Do I know who Alexandre Dumas is? Sounds like a French bro. Alexandre Dumas. Oh! Oh! He's a playwright. Oh! He wrote the Three Musketeers. Wow. Holy frick, Alexandre Dumas! Why do you like him so much, dude? And the Count of Monte Cristo. Okay. And what does that entail exactly?
I'm the young master's bodyguard, and I lead all the security teams. Nice to properly meet you. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And I'm Sarah, paralegal and bartender part-time.
Yes, I believe you already mentioned that.
It seemed like you're all doing it twice.
Well, thank you for your paralegal services, Sarah. And here I had the impression you had no sense of humor. What do you mean?
It seems in this particular instance, Adonai, it was you who misidentified his proper manners as being sarcastic.
Glad we've all broken the ice.
Taken captive.
Makoto told me that this all started because you were taken captive yesterday. What happened? It was 2:00 p.m. The young master had just finished a meeting with a VIP in Crane Tower, floor 108. 2 p.m.? He wasn't in school? I'll ask you to refrain from mocking the young master in my presence. Oop.
And I oop!
He is a child. Anyone can see that. But you've no idea the pressures that have been placed on him. Whatever my client wants. As I was saying, it was just after 2 p.m. Me and the rest of my team escorted him to the elevators along our planned exit route. But our lift stopped suddenly in between floors 61 and 62. That was when I made a mistake. I had a bad feeling. Thought it best to get Makoto to the ground floor ASAP. So I forced the elevator open, crawled out, and pulled him out after me. But just as he got out, the elevator started up again, separating us from the rest of the guard.
It was a trap!
A 50-50 one. Staying wasn't safe either. If they could stop the elevator, it's not a stretch to think they could drop it too. He just lost the coin and decided to exit. Yes, Sarah. It was a trap. Floors 60 through 70 were... We're not gonna say anything about 6-7. We're undergoing heavy retrofitting. The other elevators weren't responding. Comms were jammed. I'd reviewed the entire building's blueprints beforehand. Not very useful information, obviously, for a floor undergoing renovations. But I knew that there was a construction elevator we can get into. On the other side of the tower. I had to act fast. There was no time to doubt myself, and I did something unforgivable. You left.
kid. I picked him up over my shoulder.
Oh, well that sounds like fun.
House, forgive me. Everything the young master does for the sake of his name's dignity, and kids are tougher than you'd think. I think he'll get over it. So you escorted him to the service elevator. I take it that's when things... Yes. I'm sorry, but I only remember a few vague details about what happened next. But I'll tell you what little I can. After I activated the lift, 2 assailants emerged from under a tarped doorway at my 7 o'clock. One tall, one thin. Tall was around 190 centimeters in his weight. I'd say 100 kilograms of the mods. Thin was maybe 175 centimeters, but slouched. Modded as well, but what I saw looked stripped down, so he couldn't have been heavier than 70 kilo. They had needle guns. Slow to fire and slow to take effect. A memorable choice. Taller one shot first. Jerked his arm when he pulled the trigger. A bad habit usually favored by street slinger punks who are used to compensating for the kickback of jailbroken zippers. Might as well have been aiming at the ceiling. Thin lines of the shot properly. Laser sight dialed on the young master's left trapezoid. Shift into a horse rider stance and deflect the needle with my weapon. The lift doors open behind me just as another shooter steps forward at my 3 o'clock. Or so I thought. But all they had was a laser pointer. Literally, a cheap trick. But it worked. I hear a click from 8 o'clock. I turn my neck and feel the weight punch into my deltoid. Delish kind of pain for an instant. I realize I'm already going numb. And that's when I squeeze.
Squeeze?
He's talking about his mods. That's how I've always described it. Others say they flex or pull or hold. I squeeze. Akita Type 2, external thoracic booster. Some burst strength and pain-killing capabilities, but in short, it's a reflex enhancer. Make 1 second feel like 15, in hindsight. And makes it feel like you ran a marathon during those 15 seconds, once the kickback gets you. But I digress. I moved. Got Makoto into the elevator and wrenched the door shut myself. My God! Taking 3 more needles to the back in the process. I remember saliva pooling on my lip and then cold concrete scratching my cheek. All right, Sosuke. My God, he's a beast. So you were guarding Makoto. These men laid a trap, targeted him with tranks, failed. Then they take you instead? Yes, to my great shame.
You were outnumbered and ambushed, but you still managed to protect Makoto. What's there to be ashamed of?
And I didn't see it coming. You're saying this has happened before? Dozens of attempts in the past year. Some headed off in the early stages, some sidestepped entirely, and some stopped with force. I knew their tactics and I knew our vulnerabilities. Yet still I failed.
Sosuke, that is... not incorrect. Morgan! Adonai!
Am I wrong? Shouldn't the bodyguard get at least 1 shot off before being taken down? My God. Shot? What do you mean shot?
You were not carrying a firearm?
No. No one on the team had guns.
How's that?
None of us on the security team had firearms with us. But you're a gangster. I'm a head of personnel security for the Acadia Financial Group. Walking onto an allied group's property armed to the teeth insults their hospitality and makes the house look insecure or worse, impotent. And I'm not a security expert, but do I think there's some gray area between armed to the teeth and empty-handed? I mean, didn't you just say you deflected their attack?
Wait, please tell me he has a sword?
I was not defenseless just because I wasn't carrying a gun.
Oh my God, that's a sword! Oh wait! Oh wait, that was his sword! Oh shit!
Me when the brain cells connect to my brain. Oh, I had my sword. So lame.
So cool!
You walk around town with what? A samurai sword? You just assume that it's a katana? Is it? It is. Yes. It is a signifier of my position within the house and shows that I am acting as a representative of it.
Is it ceremonial then?
No, it is quite sharp. I can attest to that. Though it's probably in terrible condition by now, seeing how the city's police manhandle everything else they touch. Speaking of which, perhaps we should move on to the night's main events. They tried for Makoto, who got you instead, and took you to the lower wards. Why?
Yeah, do not tell him the state it's in. I've been wondering that myself. Aren't you essentially worthless?
Oh. Damn. As a hostage, she means. I know that. Thinking back, I was surprised myself to wake up at all, let alone in captivity. But it seems they had questions they wanted to ask me. What do you remember? Whatever they used on me. I can remember some things, but how much of it was real? What order it happened in, it's all. Just say whatever comes to mind. It can be anything. Sights, smells, voices. There are no wrong answers. I was bound. My wrists bound above my head. Tied to something. It smelled like iron, rattled like old iron. Tiles beneath my feet. Some sort of bathroom or decontamination area. Good guess. They asked me questions. I said things. Loose lips, like being drunk for the first time again. But I'm confident that other than vulgarities, it was all incoherent. Because there were shocks. The taste of blood. I must have bit my tongue during the spasms. And there were beatings, of course. I wouldn't have guessed.
Ted and I... do you need corrective lenses?
Sarcasm is just how I grieve a lost opportunity, Sarah. Lost opportunity? Yeah, it's a damn shame. From what I can see of it, a pretty face like yours would go a long way with the injury if it wasn't pulverized. My God! Ridiculous.
Oh my God, he's blushing!
Is he blushing?
Dude, anybody would blush! Morgan! I agree about his face, Adonai, but I don't believe it is his only strong feat.
Let us move on.
Really? Well, in that case, how did your captivity end? Do you recall escaping?
I was blindfolded the entire time, but my ears weren't boxed so bad. There was a door. It squeaked in one, so I always knew when someone was coming or going. One voice asked questions, mostly. It was light. Another voice grunted when he hit me. Heavy. Other voices came and went, and then eventually... there was talk. The door I heard. They were all talking to someone else.
A new voice? Was it high-pitched or low? Loud or soft?
It doesn't matter. What's important is that it belonged to someone new. Someone besides even the dead who was there last night.
Did you make out any part of their conversation?
No. Not a word.
Cha-ching!
Let's go! Yeah, Sarah definitely has a type at 2 years old. For real. But hey, her type's great. There was a loud noise. Gunshots. Followed by shouting and ugly sounds. And then, a hollow pain in my skull as I lost consciousness again. When I next came to, I had something in my hand. In my hands. Something sharp. I didn't even think to ask what it was or where it came from. I just started working at the bindings. Rushed and clumsy, poked myself in the process. But I cut them loose. I took the gag out. The blindfold was so tight I cut it rather than try, and... the damn thing must have been acting as a bandage because when I took it off, between the light and the pain, I thought that my head would split open. It took me a long time to stand up. Felt like I could lie on that cold, disgusting floor forever if I just... Something was poking me. tucked into my waistband. The gun. A gun. Imagine my surprise. Checked the safety, the chamber reflexively, but only saw 2 spent slugs. I was too tired to be confused, so I just walked out that squeaky door and into red. Just red. And then I was blinking at an IV, handcuffed to a stretcher in an ambulance, some cop reading me my rights, saying that I killed 5 people. No, wait. Some judge or official said that later. When I woke up in the ambulance, all I said was that I was a cop killer. Omitting some strong language.
I don't understand. You were held captive, interrogated, tortured, but then you woke up armed and were able to escape?
The cops didn't ask me any questions, and I wouldn't have answered if they had. It's been nearly a full day, and I'm just now saying it aloud for the first time. It truly sounds absurd. This is your world, Sosuke, not mine. Do you have any theories on what happened? Only 2 possibilities come to mind. In the first scenario, one or more of my captors wanted to kill me but needed an excuse to do so. So they let me escape. They give me a knife and an unloaded gun, then wait for me to stumble out so they can miss me and be done with it. But the plan doesn't work. Somehow I limp out of that room and shoot, cut, stab. Kill them all. That would be quite the feat, given the condition you say you were in. Yes, a tale for the ages. But it's not possible.
Why isn't it possible?
Even if he had the motive and they were stupid enough to give him the opportunity, he was still lacking.
Bullets? Well, okay. He said they only used 2, so I'm guessing a knife because the... Do we have any evidence? No. I'm gonna... There were, like, she did slice people. But it's either bullets or a knife. Also, I should... As we progress more in this game, I ask that those watching, please do not backseat. I will definitely ask if I need help. And it's okay if I get things wrong. I'm not looking for perfection, as I say as I save the game. I'm gonna guess bullets.
In the brief I read, 2 of the pod were shot to death. I'm sure you're highly qualified, Sosuke, but I doubt you can fire a gun without bullets. No, I cannot. As I said, the gun I woke up with had already fired both its shots.
So if we tell the police that the gun was unloaded, would that clear Sosuke's name for 2 of the murders?
There's no proof the gun was already empty by the time he got his hands on it. She's right. That gun was some kind of jailbroken mag rail. The only residue it'd leave behind is static. So long as my prints are on it, that's all the evidence they need to claim I fired it. How about that second possibility, then? The second possibility is that someone walked into that building, killed my captors, and then tried to frame me for it.
That sounds... well, guys, that's crazy. That second one. I don't know about that one.
That...
Sounds like lunacy. We've already eliminated the other possibility. Insane trumps impossible. Like it or not, this bad Samaritan theory is our best shot.
Why are you going for it?
What is it? I'm just surprised you believe me. You haven't even asked if I did it. I never ask. It helps that I can usually tell.
Yeah, it helps that you usually know.
A wise policy for the world you're setting foot into. Not as if it makes any difference here. Even I don't know if I'm guilty.
You were drugged and beaten. You're still injured even now. And we just reasoned that you couldn't have killed your captors without help. What makes you think you might still be guilty?
Because I've killed before. A pale spark flickers in the back of my mind. My index finger rises slightly and my lips part. thickness, sipping into the criminal underworld. Looking forward to it. A rare opportunity to speak frankly with someone else who's... You mean... Yes. I was in the military.
Alright! Not her being disappointed.
Okay. I've taken lives. Many times.
That doesn't make you a murderer. Soldiers are given orders.
I've killed people. Whether or not a superior asked me to doesn't change that fact.
But soldiers...
Are you a soldier, Sarah?
No.
So drop it. She is good at following orders. It can take years to acquire that skill. I imagine it comes easy for androids.
What the fuck, bruh?
Yes, I suppose that's... Wait, that's an android? Did you miss the glowing barcode?
And ignore my self-introduction.
Look, I'm... tired. I thought those were... highlights. Or something.
Did my hair catch your eye? You have discerning taste. You see, each strand is actually...
Was there something else you wanted to say, Sosuke?
Damn! Let her talk. Let her talk. Let her talk.
I've taken lives before, so I know how I feel afterwards. Sin. And how do you feel right now? Right now I feel... What is it? You remember something? Yes. After I stepped out that door, I said I saw red. But I do remember one other sensation. I remember the feeling of gripping my sword. That brief you read, it listed all the charges, all the causes of death. The fifth man, they say I killed. How did he die?
Uh-oh.
He's got brain damage. Be nice.
Whoa!
Oh my god, Reyes, I missed you. How did I do your voice again?
Stabbed in the back with a sword. Skewered like a piece of goddamn meat.
And you've got the balls to ask us to carry him to a hospital?
I don't think that's quite how I phrased the request.
I am paying close attention. Would you like me to play back what you said?
Oh, I gave him a...
Not right now, Sparky. Reyes, she's doing her job. It's not like she's asking.
Oh, save the lecture, gray hair.
Gray? Come on, my hair isn't... It's gray-y, maybe.
In case I haven't made it clear, I've never liked you, Morgan.
Aw, you're breaking my heart. I hadn't noticed.
But I never took you for a mob lawyer. Whatever my client's associations might be. He's a cop killer!
Innocent until proven guilty isn't a phrase I coined myself, detective.
Let me look at her again. Undefeated at volleyball. No shampoo? This bitch's hair is greasy! I love her. Also London. Whee! More expensive than it looks. I bet so. Mascara? Okay, King. Okay, Slay. Oh yeah, it's her. Okay, there it is. Luck SSR in the first ball. I love. Not no shampoo, just doesn't care. Why am I looking at Creep? Where is she? Where is? Oh, she just doesn't know. She just doesn't know.
It's actually somewhat important.
Oh, don't worry about that. The approval won't take us long at all.
You always take pride in rushing your investigations. We've all seen the same intake file by now, yes?
Have we?
Ooh! Sorry. No, he doesn't look hot. No, he doesn't look hot. No, he doesn't look hot. He is a man beaten and tortured. I'm sorry, man. Somebody give me a spray bottle. Yosuke Kadia was apprehended at the scene of the crime and placed in a medical transport. Injuries noted at the time, blood from various sources across the interior front of the body. Numerous bones in left hand broken as if from impacting a hard surface. Slight laceration found in left hand. Internal bleeding throughout the torso and skull. Bruising and rope burns on both wrists as found. Watcher. Numerous bruises on the interior front side of the body. Others, blood across the tops of feet and pant legs. Largest wound found on the crown of the skull. Ooh. Kind of the head being dropped. At time of booking, numerous additional injuries were noted, including bruised left eye, busted lip, broken nose, boxed left ear, blunt trauma to interior front, right side of the head. Yeah. Brain trauma! Wonder where. Okay, where sustained is not noted. Hey. My client was in bad shape when he was arrested, but his wounds were treated in a medical transport. Yet somehow, in between arriving at the station and his booking, all his wounds were reopened. And some of them had multiplied. Tell me if you can, great detective. How will we ever solve the mystery of the reappearing fractured skull? The client was being moved between floors. He struggled, trying to escape. And then he fell down the stairs. Really? Was there a lawnmower waiting at the bottom? Look, we're all adults here.
Huh?
So let's just say it. Your coworkers kicked the shit out of him. Well, what do you want me to do about it? I want you to uphold the law. For some reason, I thought you cared about that. A police badge isn't a time machine. By the time we took custody, it was already... She's right, Tiger. What's done is done. You know you've got a snowball's chance in hell of proving your client was assaulted while in police custody. And you'll never get charges brought against the officers who did it. So try asking for something doable. Don't go giving away all my best tricks. The door in the face tactic is already fragile. I want him to see a doctor. You gotta be shitting me. That's a blooded KW in there with military-grade mods. He's not leaving this building. But we could have a doctor brought here. And give him a chance to take a hostage. He's not the 99 man, Reyes. He can't break his cuffs. Don't say 99 man. You don't know what it means. You're too old. Oh? A hypothetical transhumanist condition of biotechnical superiority. Okay. Refers to a theoretical state of being which a human has replaced as much of their body with cybernetic equivalents. Oh, like 99%. Okay. The speculative fiction short story carved out of marble by M.P. Smith. Oh. Sorry, I'm taking this time to drink water. Oh, why am I doing this? She's Theseus initiative. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna clear my throat. Okay, sorry, I didn't want to be gross. How about a medic who can't be taken hostage? Medical ad? Sure, great. Let's see if we can negotiate his premium while we're at it.
Is that a refusal, Detective Reyes?
Oh, I didn't say no, did I? Great. He also needs a protective detail. Lady, I swear to... Counselor. Protective details are compromised of off-duty cops. Well, comprise. I don't think that'll have the outcome you're looking for. No. But if my client is left unattended one more night, he's likely to be declared unfit to stand trial when he shows up to court with his head caved in. An outcome I genuinely believe you're not looking for either. We could keep him here. What, in the interrogation room? counseling quarter. Table can't be moved, but if you slide the chairs out of the way, the floor's actually not that hard. How do you even know that? How do you even know? How do you even know that? That would be what you sound like. Not whatever the fuck I just did. Given one of the lodgings he's had in the last 24 hours, I don't think your client will mind.
So if Detective Reyes and Detective London take shifts keeping watch?
Now we're keeping watch. It is the Homicide Department's counseling quarter. You think I'd give a shit what happens to that son of a bitch? You think I wouldn't walk in there myself and... You wouldn't. What? It's not in your nature. What the hell is that supposed to mean? You either have it or you don't. Trust me, if I had the chance to take a swing at that son of a bitch... Yeah, you already called him that. A piece of shit, a bastard, a killer. But unlike every cop I walked past to get in here, you've yet to call Sosuke an animal. So what? What the hell does that matter? It's the only thing that matters. I've got the outsider's perspective, so I know. Your average human can do anything to anyone, so long as they're not a person. Yeah, oof. Whatever. Think what you want, creep. Creep? Well, so long as that's your only request, we should be able to... I need to get into the crime scene as soon as possible. Gotta be... What, like tonight? She's not rushing more than anyone else, sunshine. Everyone up the line has been raring to go on this. Now that Sosuke's actually got a lawyer. Well, maybe if that son of a bitch hadn't clammed up all day, we wouldn't... She said it again. Whatever. Pick then, counselor. You can bully us into guard duty or escort duty, but we can't do both. I need both. You'll have to split up. But I can help with that. Or rather, Sarah can.
I can?
Of course you can. You can go treat Sosuke.
Adonai, I am not trained in...
Oh, I love this bit. She's pretending she doesn't remember being registered as my medical ad.
Yes, I would never forget that. Unforgettable experience. But I've never done first aid before.
Well, watch a tutorial first. Use lots of sanitizer. Just hand her some bandages and she'll get Sosuke looking good as new in no time. Then you can plop her in front of the door and even 20 crooked cops working together couldn't get her to budge.
That much is certainly accurate. I have a strong core, so if I focus and lower my center of gravity...
Thanks for the sales pitch, but it doesn't mean shit. The crime scene is in the lower wards. If you think after what happened last night that any cop with a pulse will go down there without their partner, it's okay, sunshine. I'll take her down there. Is everyone else in here huffing Nevada? London, it's in blue blood territory. Blue blood territory, outskirts, really. They lost the whole pod. They'll be swarming the place. You can't go down there without backup. Backup, huh? You know Mac from Contraband? Skinny guy? Kind of a perv? Yeah, he's skinny. Look, he's got crime scene analysis sweeps going over that place with a fine comb right about now. Drones, probes, the works. He'll have eyes on us before we get in within 5 minutes of the place. Whatever. Just keep in contact for once. I hope you're being generously compensated, Eve. Selling your soul to the mob. It'd be a shame if you didn't at least get a good price. Hey, you coming, blinkers? Blinkers! Gotta find where they stole all the med kits in this dusty old piece of... Go on.
I'll be right behind you, Detective.
Sorry about that. She's still new to all this, really. Not old like me. She does seem to be on edge. More so than usual. It's her first time losing a fellow officer. I think she's taking it pretty hard. Maybe even personally. Did they know each other? Right. You gather up all your things, I'll go bring us up a ride. Great. Thanks for all the help, Detective. You're a lifesaver. Though this is one occasion where I wouldn't have had any trouble finding the place. Really didn't take you that long to patch him up, huh? Now we just wait here. All night. Oh boy. That clock runs pretty slow.
If you're not doing anything else, Detective, might you be interested in answering some questions?
Oh, let's go, Sarah.
Oh boy!
Once more into the taps. When I went down to the lower wards last night, I knew what I wanted to find. But I wasn't sure where to look.
What's your 3 sizes? Crying.
Now I know where to look, but I have multiple priorities to consider. It'd be nice if I can prove Sosuke's innocence. It won't be easy, given that they think he killed a cop. But it'd keep me on the Akaria's good side. Nice. But what is essential is that I figure out what the hell happened after I left. And whether anyone found any trace that I was ever there. Everything else is secondary. Sorry. Guess I should have asked before I decided we'd be sharing a cab. I don't mind. But I am surprised. Did budget cuts take away your shiny patrol car? Patrol cars are shared, counselor. Any cop can step into another cop's car, send their credentials, and drive. Convenient. Shame you can't personalize. Yeah, no more dash in the mirror. Is that why we're in a cab, then? Personal taste? Police cars are full of bugs. Thought you might appreciate the privacy. Auto cabs are full of bugs, too. True, but there are ways around them. Are there? I didn't know that. Yeah, plenty. Can be as easy as flashing a police badge. Ooh! Something you wanted to discuss in private, Detective? Oh! I was asked to get in contact with you and pass along a message. A secret admirer? Certain interested parties and all that. You know how it is. I'm not sure I do. Does this have something to do with my client's business affiliations? There would be a lot more blustering if I were to repeat it verbatim, so I'll paraphrase. Focus on getting the best outcome for your client. More of a reminder of my job description is than a warning. Don't broaden the scope of your investigation any more than is strictly necessary. Well, I always appreciate kind words of advice. But Detective London, that almost makes it sound like you're on the take. That's the city, Tiger. If you don't take a little, they'll bury you. Alive, if need be. Oh, they will? How conspiratorial. It's not a joke, Morgan. Do they threaten your wife with Tommy guns if you don't comply? Ha. It's gotten more sophisticated than that. Well, maybe sophisticated isn't the right word. Complicated might be more accurate. Or you could just call it a quagmire. Or even a shitstorm. If you can't get along, or if you can't get along to go along, even other cops won't trust you. You'll end up shot in the back, friendly fire. A tragic newspaper clipping. You're exaggerating. You're telling me the entire police force is corrupt? Corruption would be one thing. Could be one thing, sorry. You could, in theory, root it out. But above and below the canopy, it's all intertwined. Every tree stabilizing every other tree. What do they call that? Not parasitism. Commensalism. There you go. The state pays criminal informants to rat on their peers and lets them keep their positions in exchange. Workers buy judges and politicians to keep their men out of prison. Status quo. Balancing act. A sackle. Stable as any gyroscope. Forgive me if I find that hard to believe. Crime is at an all-time low. That's not a contradiction. People hate crime, but what gets people killed is chaos. And the opposite of organized crime is... So everyone's playing nice with each other? Even Detective Reyes? Jeez. What about the man they think my client killed? Did he play nice? He was a special case. You got the brief. You recognize his last name?
What? When did we get the brief?
It's a big city. I don't put too much stock into last names. You'll need to break that habit if you continue to work if you continue to work in the underworld. Sosuke said something similar.
Chopin?
Tariq Chopin, the only son of Miguel and Dominic Chopin.
Oh my god, Slay!
The eyelashes.
Patrol officer, 27 years calligraphy, late dinners, dislikes gray hairs, untucked shirts, mint. Bachelor of Science in Applied Philosophy, and he's a cop?
Fire.
Oh, they're city councilmen. I see. Pronounced like the pianist I am at ES. Mr. Chopin. Not like Chopin. Or is it Chopin? Oh.
The power couple? Why would the son of two of our city's most prominent council members be working as a police officer with a philosophy degree? You want the full story? Always.
Tariq be shopping.
So who is this Chopin, really? An idealist. Wrong line of work, then. You're only half right. When he entered the academy, everyone assumed it was a political move. First step in his career to becoming a senator or whatever. Maybe it was. But anyone who met the guy could tell you he would have made a lousy politician. You're saying he was honest? Wouldn't tell a lie if his life depended on it. Guy couldn't do small talk, much less make friends. Talking about cleaning up the city, cleaning up the police, cleaning up everything. If he was so unpopular, why was he kept on? No one on that force wanted to risk insulting his parents by firing him. Just got passed around from department to department, detail to detail. He did a lot of community outreach.
Community outreach?
What, like bake sales? Like giving talks at schools about saying no to drugs until you turn 21.
Fire! He was one of the dear guys.
Oof. Must have really loved his job to put up with that. Or he just wanted to prove a point that bad.
Lower wards.
Don't you try to save Lower Ward's patrols for the more seasoned, better armed officers? We do, yeah. How'd you know that? By going to the lower wards and looking at the cops you send there, of course. I read about it in Watch magazine last month. Oh. If Chopin was the son of such powerful men, why'd he end up in the lower wards last night? That... I don't know. You don't know? By all accounts, he and his partner should have been at least 2 patrols removed from that area. Must have been following up on some of the lead.
Closer to Chopin? Okay. Sorry, I'm a dirty American.
His partner? Who's that? The hero who finally arrested the Hound of Icaria, that's who. I'll have to send him a congratulatory fruit basket.
Huey? Okay.
Huey Rogers. Pretty bare bones record, but maybe that'll just add to his legend.
Or if you want to be fancy, you can do it with that nasal tone they have in French, but not English as hard. Chopin! Hold on. No, that's too much work. I'm not gonna see how to pronounce it. Chopin! I don't know. French.
Taking your client alive. Whacked him on the head with his sidearm, knocked him out cold. I guess it is a small miracle that Sosuke wasn't just shot dead if they thought he killed a cop. Maybe, but it wasn't pure luck. Only thing that did stick out to me in Roger's record was his shooting score. 4-1. Out of 100. He 40 to pass. I think someone took pity on him when tallying up his score. So he only whacked Sosuke on the head because he was too bad of a shot to avenge his partner? At least Rogers knows his weaknesses. The Hound.
Oh boy.
I keep hearing that name. The Hound of Icaria. I cringe every time. No one actually calls him that, right? Sorry, but I've definitely heard that name circulating around organized crime before. Must be one hell of a bodyguard to have earned a nickname for it. He's a bodyguard? Then yeah, he must be pretty good. Of course, hound dogs are known for other things besides guarding. Sorry. That was, crude.
What do you mean by that? Is he a slut?
Oh, don't be sorry. I don't even get enough of the joke to be offended.
What is he trying to say? Hold on.
Okay, well that makes for some interesting food for thought. But Detective London, if you are working for the Blue Bloods... I never said I work for the Blue Bloods. It's more of a gig worker type thing, Tiger. I'm friends with everybody. If you are working for the mob in general, then how do I know you're even taking me to the right place and not to... Whoa! I may pass a message along here and there, but I'm not... Damn. Hell, no one is either. Whatever you're imagining, it's not that exciting, I promise. Not that exciting. Sounds about right. Is it like this in every city? Handshakes and gentlemen's agreements behind closed doors? You disillusioned? The state has a great deal of power, Detective London. It makes countless rules. Now, I'm a big girl. I know those rules don't apply to people equally. And I understand the value of criminal informants and the possible conflicts of interest that arise in trying to keep them around. What I don't get is why the state has all this strength, and it won't use it to just wipe the underworld off the map. That's pretty cold logic. I'd expect my state to be far colder. Hey, you ever heard this one? A politician, a CEO, and a mob boss are sitting at a round table with a gun in the middle. Who you betting on?
Oh, is there a right answer to this? I don't think there is. Okay. I would not trust the CEO. I would not trust the CEO. Well, okay, out of these three, the person who could probably handle a gun would be the mob boss. Betting? We love betting! Wait, what did he say exactly? Sitting a round table with a gun in the middle. Who are you betting on? Like, betting on what? Like, betting on to kill people? Betting on who survives? If it's surviving, I guess it's the mob boss.
I've never met a mob boss. Exactly. But I figure I'd go with the person at the table who recognizes a gun for what it is. A bargaining chip? A debate winner. Don't quote laws at men with swords, is it? Yeah. Who said that? Some Greek philosopher advising his students. A Roman general addressing the conquered. It's a trick question anyway. Rock, paper, scissors has no trump card. The politician can bring the heavy arm of the law down to the mob boss if he doesn't shoot the CEO for him. The mob boss can have the CEO's family killed if he doesn't blow away the politicians first. And the CEO can turbocharge the campaign of whomever the politician's opponent is if he refuses to miss the mob boss.
Oh boy, it's all linked together. Ooh, it's all corrupt.
Yeah, seems like you could make the argument to go in the other direction too. You could. So the point the riddle's meant to teach is this. Whoever convinces someone else to pull the trigger comes out on top. Funny. So in the parable you've set up, the gun on the table, that's the police. A blameless tool with no will of its own. Yeah. Though it was older men who... Though it was older men than I who set it up. Didn't realize this country's police were so powerless. However do you manage? We used to have a partner that helped us out. A tiebreaker. Because all three of those powerful men would be screwed if a journalist told the world they were meeting together. I've got good news for you, Detective. Journalists still exist. I could introduce you to one. You could even take a photograph. Oh, I know they're not extinct. People will always write. It's just that no one wants to pay them to. Sorry, didn't mean to talk so much. Maybe it's nerves coming back down here. What happened the last time he visited? Something up? Didn't put you to sleep, did I? No. Actually, your 3-seat table reminded me of an even older thought experiment. If God is omnipotent, why does he allow the existence of the devil? Even I know that one. To preserve free will or whatever, right? Yeah, that's the answer most people give. But now I'm wondering if it isn't a rock, paper, scissors deadlock like the one you just described. That's the name of the game! God lets the devil be so he'll terrify man. And man will always need God's warm protection. And God needs man's faith, which can't be compelled. Of course, most people would also say that God's long dead in the 21st century, but we're still around. So that leaves the devil in an awfully strong position, doesn't it? You always picture 3 men in that room, don't you? Huh? Yeah, I guess I do. Sorry. She's like, what if they were all girls? Do 55 feminist rosaries for your penance. She's like, man, everybody thinks Heartbreak is a guy, but I'm a woman killer. Slay Queen. Low rewards. Low rewards! Detective London? We're definitely not alone down here. Oh, wait, that's not the right person. We're definitely not alone down here. But when you reassured your partner that we'd have company, I didn't think you were including Blue Bloods. I knew I'd forgotten to mention. What? Well, then she's a liar, babe, because I never said that. Oh, hot woman alert! Hot woman alert! Hot woman alert! Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Hi. Hi, I'm gay! That's funny. Oh man, because I never said that. No, I never said that. Oh, come on, babe. That's what she's like. She lies for fun. Because that's what I call you, babe. It's a pet name. You like it. No, don't hang up. Don't hang up, baby. Don't hang up. Of course I do. We gotta get to work, Han. Han or Han? I'll have to call you back, babe. Something just came up. London. What is this? London? Who is this? Counselor Morgan, this is Adelaide Hahn. She's a blue blood. Hey, I'm a perfectly legitimate career woman. You're speaking to a Zionist security site manager. If you need anything, miss, please don't hesitate to reach out. Oh boy! Oh, not her number! Slut. It's okay though, she's hot. Crazy. Includes her personal details for some reason. Oh, Morgan. A real business card? Even has a watermark. I know, her hair is so cool. I love it. I'm not familiar with Zionist. We're a private security and investigating firm. We provide bouncers, armed escorts. We catch cheating partners, find runaway debtors, run paternity tests, that kind of stuff.
What did it just do? What did it say?
Sinus. Private security. Okay. The subtle off-white, yeah, off-white, off-white color. I'm not sure there's the option to be a not side piece. Yeah, she has only side pieces. Sorry, but have we met somewhere? No, it can't be. I'd never forget a beauty like you. She's the house lawyer, hon. Seriously? She works for those copper-headed scumbags? So we're mortal enemies? That sucks. Another life then, eh? But I'll still play nice if you will. Right. So you're private security and you're currently securing this crime scene? Yeah? What's with the tone? What you're hearing is genuine bewilderment. London, why are the police letting blue bloods contaminate the crime scene where a cop died? Hold that thought, Morgan. We're looking at her page expediently. Hi. Oh, minus. Oh, I love O's. Okay. Likes new furniture, still clothes, dimples. Oh, man. I'm out. I don't have dimples. I love dimples too, though. Clingy types, fuck. I'm out. Jealous types, fuck. I'm out. And needles. Plays pickup games, avoids laundry day, least hatred throwing out dead flowers. She's silly. Come on, we don't have cooties. If this wasn't the location where a cop died, we'd have already turned full control over to them. What? The police contract the security around crime scenes to private companies all the time. Around here, the private company best suited for the job happened to be Zionists. Letting them conduct their own sad investigations is a small concession to keep the peace. A small concession? They're probably in there destroying evidence as we speak. We have the arcs to preserve the crime scene. They could burn the building down and we'd still have a pristine copy. London Bridges is trying to save face. The police couldn't keep this crime scene off limits without our help, and he knows it. Gremlins would be smashing their shiny cameras and popping their expensive tires on the clock if we weren't here. Liverward's kids take out drones by tossing shoes at them for fun. Is that why you see shoes hanging off of wires? No, I don't know why that happens. Okay, chat, please tell me that her voice is like distinct from Morgan's, because I'm trying. I only have one sexy woman voice, okay? It's just a thing teens are always done for fun. Mystery solved? Fine. Maybe the cops and the blue bloods are all consummate professionals who never even bicker. But what kind of impartiality can I expect coming here to defend an Icaria? Like, I'm trying, okay, if you hear, listen, this is voice acting shit, but if you hear, I'm trying to keep Morgan's register, like low like this, and then, like, thank you, Jamie. Like, I'm trying to keep her in the lower register, like, in, like, the middle of my throat, and I want to keep Han, like, in my head register. Like, I want her voice to be a little softer. You know what I'm saying? More flirty. Morgan's is a lot more, like, serious and structured. But I feel like, since it's my voice, I feel like I'm just doing the same voice. Anyway. It's noticeable? Thank God. Okay. Well, you might get some ugly looks from those with less chivalry, but no one's going to get in your way. We know how defense attorneys operate. We know damn well how you usually win. No one's gonna do anything that let you worm the hound out of his life sentence on a technicality. You sure you wouldn't prefer that? To have him back out on the street so you can take another shot at him? Oh, so flattery.
That's how you flirt?
What does that mean?
You think we'd ever manage to gun down the Hound of Icaria in the street? Shank him in a holding cell?
Blue Bloods took him alive just fine the other day, didn't they?
Yeah, and look what happened to them afterwards.
So you won't tamper with the crime scene just because you want to make sure the state lobotomizes Sosuke for pentuple homicide.
Yeah. I mean, we also literally get paid good money to do these kinds of jobs, so we have a reputation to maintain. Rate us 5 stars when you're done looking around, Kay.
I'll be sure to leave a glowing review.
So this is the main entrance.
Front door looks about as heavy as I remember, but it's unlocked. What's that?
How was this door found?
Chopin! Yep, Chopin! I can't do it exactly. And Rogers were the first officers on the scene responding to gunfire.
Someone heard that?
Good thing I cleaned up fast. Checked the area, then entered through the front door.
The door was definitely locked when I arrived, but I didn't lock it behind me when I left. I didn't have any keys. Admiring our handiwork, this is a Cyanus installation.
Who else would Blue Bloods trust to secure Blue Blood buildings?
That's a tongue twister. Blue blood building. Blue blood building. Blue blood building.
How does it lock?
You never used a key before?
I want to know how the lock functions.
Does it lock behind you automatically? That's a good question. You looking to buy? 'Cause I could set you up.
It is a good question, Han. Why don't you answer it?
Yeah, this model locks behind you by default. You need a key to get in if someone doesn't unlock it for you from inside.
Physical key?
Physical keys can't be hacked or overridden by a police badge. Some people consider those useful features.
Is that why the door's ajar? Looks like the lock's been destroyed. Was it found like this? Yeah, for as long as the ark's been has been up.
Okay. Okay. Trey definitely had to unlock it to let me inside. I didn't think to see it if it had locked behind me after I left. Okay. But it is designed to automatically lock behind you.
Trey! It definitely wasn't locked when me and Reyes arrived, which was around 10:20 p.m.
Hang on, you and Reyes... What, were you the second officers on scene?
That's right. We weren't far when the 10999 went out at 10:15.
Oh. Okay. Emergency response code most often used to relay officer down. Okay. Interesting.
Long way from precinct 254, isn't it? We were in the area.
Oh. Awkward. You want the tour then?
Actually, I'd like to check out the alley first. You know the crime scene's on the 3rd floor, right?
Yeah, but it has a window that opens to the alley, doesn't it? I just prefer to start from the bottom and work my way up sometimes. Sure, we can start there. Just be careful where you step if you like those boots at all.
Oh boy! Okay, I think this is a good place to end it for now. Let me save real fast. Honestly, I could just... Yeah, I can overwrite the save. This is from last time, right? Ugh. Yeah, I can overwrite that. Okay! Thank you everybody so much for coming today. I hope you had lots of fun. My voice is about to die, as it always does at the end of of the Devil streams. But we do Of the Devil. We're doing Of the Devil every Monday. So please come back here every Monday and we're gonna go through episode 2. You can also look at my VOD channel to see me playing through all the rest of the Devil. Episode 0, episode 1. Have those up. Tomorrow we're gonna be playing more. Why am I out of breath?
We're gonna be playing more AI the Somnium Files Navarra Initiative. So I'm really excited about that. Wednesday is Minako. So yeah! I hope you guys had a fun stream. I did. New hot gay. I'm gay. New hot gay. I'm gay. What was her? It was Han. Adelaide Han. Ooh. Love. She's so toxic, but I love her. Yeah. If you haven't already, please join my Discord. I'm very active on there. Plus, you get stream schedules. You get notifications of when I go live. Plus all the cool little fun stuff for subscribers. So join if you want to. If not, it doesn't break my heart, but it's there. Either way, I will be back tomorrow. So everybody, have a wonderful rest of your night. Safe travels back from heaven. Please be good people, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Okay. Goodbye. Bye, Greg. Goodbye. Goodbye, Jamie. Goodbye, Diesel. Goodbye.